What is good, everybody? This is your boy, the Dark Star Menace, and I want to start off by saying Happy New Year and welcome to my unpopular opinions. Today is going to be a new segment I'm going to start today. Again, these are just my own little unpopular opinions because the reason I say they're my unpopular opinions is because these are opinions that I formulated, on my own. And just so y'all know, a lot of the stuff I'm going to say is going to be very unapologetic. So, either it's your cup of tea or it's not, it's okay. Because again, opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and get this show started. Let me cue the intro, and we'll get on it. Alright, let's go ahead and get this started. Now, I was debating if I was going to do, either start off with a softball opinion or go with, a hardball opinion. Yeah, you know what, fuck it. Let me start off by freaking having one formulated opinion. It's going to piss off a lot of anime fans when I say this, and it's okay. Because at the end of the day, it's just my opinion. At the same time, when I do provide any of my opinions, I will try to provide a little bit of nuance, and at the same time, formulate it in a way where my opinion can be rebutted, if it can be rebutted. But anyway, I'll go ahead and start out with this first one. All right. No version of Goku can beat the fuck out of Superman. I'm sorry. Any version of Goku you could throw at base Superman would kick the fuck out of Goku 10 times over. There is just no way in hell anybody in the Dragon Ball Z universe, with the exception of the Angels and and so forth. Anything above the Angels can beat Goku. Other than that, yeah, not even Beerus is beating Superman. Sorry, it's just not happening. Superman's way too powerful. He's got too many strength feats that nerf Goku's strength feat. Too many speed feats that destroy Goku's speed feats. Prime example: Superman has actually been able to break the time barrier. Yeah, there is an actual book that happened, I think 2 years ago, where Superman broke the time barrier. So, he had to go back in time to Krypton in order to find his father. I can't remember the whole context of the story. I just remember seeing a couple panels about it. But, yeah, if you can show me Superman breaking the time barrier, yeah, it just ain't happening. And since I'm kind of on the subject of, since I started off with a little bit of anime comic book, here's another unpopular opinion. MCU is going to shit. The MCU is dying. Actually, screw that. Let me backtrack that opinion real quick. I would go and argue and say the big two comic book companies, DC and Marvel, I don't see them lasting too much longer in the game. I mean, they've already lost a lot of their core fan base with a lot of them pushing a lot of this progressive message versus just good storytelling. Instead, they would rather lecture to people how they're bad in the way they think and how they act, their way of life is bad, all that good shit. And it just, yeah, when you start trying to lecture to when you start lecturing to your audience, it kind of gets to the point where nobody wants to read the shit anymore. Because you basically told your audience, fuck you, we don't want your fucking money. So, I mean, yeah, they're going to end up falling the fuck off. It is what it is. What can you do about it? Not a goddamn thing. You can try changing up the way you write your books, but the damage is already done. And if they have an issue with it, cry about it. At the end of the day, the fans have spoken. Speaking of, and then kind of speaking of MCU, speaking about Marvel and DC, like I said earlier, MCU is gonna go to shit. It's going to shit right now. It's already taking a big downward spiral. I mean, case in point, we just saw one movie that Marvel was kind of banking on this winter just do a huge fucking flop, and that was the Marvel. Not only did it make a huge flop, but it was the lowest selling Marvel movie ever, like ever. And it's funny how they want to try to gaslight the fan base and say, "Oh, it's because of toxic men and all this shit. It's because men didn't want." Well, here's the thing: you marketed the movie towards women. There was women that didn't even watch this movie. So why would you blame the fans? Why would you blame men for this? It doesn't make sense. The math ain't mathing. The math doesn't add up. So why would you guys? Never mind. It just makes more sense to them. I'm not gonna try to use logic to make sense of this shit because it's gonna make my fucking brain hurt. Besides, I'm only trying to do this for about 30, 45 minutes. So I mean, hey, fuck it, let's go. What up, Bob? Sorry, I got my cat right here sitting next to me because he wants to be a special guest. He wants to listen in. So I'm gonna let him listen in. Little goofy ass. And since I'm on the, since I am still talking about the MCU, I do want to talk a little bit about John Major's situation. He's taking a huge fucking L right now. That's my unpopular opinion. He's taking a huge fucking L right now, and I'm gonna explain why. The fact that he was convicted of 2 out of the 4 charges, and he immediately got fired by Disney. Right? Here's the part where he's taking an L. He is doing an exclusive interview with ABC. Y'all do know Disney owns ABC. So why would you why would you agree to do an exclusive interview with the same fucking people that hung you out to fucking dry? Make that shit make sense. Like he could have went to like Shannon Sharp's podcast and freaking talk his shit. That would have been the perfect fucking platform to go to because at least they're not gonna turn around and ask him ask him like the hard questions and paint him in a bad light. They'll at least try to ask him the real questions, and at least they'll be able to paint him in a good light. And not even just Shannon Sharp couldn't even go to the Breakfast Club. They probably would have did the same thing for him. But no. At this point, he's desperate at this point. And then another unpopular opinion, he needs to stop he needs to stop comparing Megan Good to Coretta Scott. It's getting cringe, it's fucking annoying, and it's disrespectful to Dr. King's name. Especially when we're coming across, Martin Luther King Day, you know what I mean? It's just not a good look. It's fucking cringe. Stop it. Please fucking stop it, bro. Nah. Fucking stop it. Stop it. And like I said, if y'all don't like man, it is what it is. Because again, the fact that he even started referencing to her, made the comparison to Coretta Scott, that had me doing this number.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
For real. That was like my exact reaction. I was like, what? What the fuck, man? It didn't make any sense, man. And while we're on the subject and we're talking about, different, just kind of allegations, I'm gonna make one. Here's this one's gonna be kind of a touchy one. I don't know if y'all heard about um the whole situation with Vin Diesel being accused of SA. Apparently, it said like someone that used to work with, or that used to work under him was basically accusing him of SA. I'm gonna just say this, man. I think it's a load of shit. I don't think he did it. He didn't do it. I'm gonna tell you what. This is just my unpopular opinion on that. He didn't do shit. For a couple of reasons. One, Vin Diesel's too fucking dorky to do some shit like that. He's too much of a fucking dork. I'm sorry. If you've ever paid attention to Vin Diesel, how he is when he's in interviews and stuff, he's too much of a dork. He's too much of a fucking nerd to do it. To do some shit like that. Besides, the dude spends most of his time with his fucking kids when he's not doing shit. There's that. And then also, just the simple fact, she waited, 10, 15 years to freaking say something on this? I'm sorry, but when you're accusing somebody of SA and you're asking for a huge amount of money, you're asking for a huge amount of money for compensation. Let me just say this. It's never a good look when you've gone through a traumatic experience and rather than just be like, look, I just want to see this dude behind bars or something, you want this person to give you money. No amount of money is going to make trauma go away. No amount of money is going to cure anyone of their trauma. Because at the end of the day, you are still going to be living with that trauma. Every single day, you have to live with it. And you have to find ways to deal with it. Money is not the fucking answer. Therapy is the fucking answer. I get tired. And then what made it worse is that this happened literally after Cassie sued Diddy for the shit he put her through. Now, I'm gonna say this. There's a difference between Diddy's situation, between Diddy being accused of SA, and this former assistant accusing Vin Diesel of SA. And the difference is that everybody knows about Diddy doing this shit. This has been talked about, rumored. This has been circulating for decades. Okay, it has been circulating for fucking decades. And then the whole thing with him abusing Cassie, that's been information. And people have been known this. People have been known Diddy was doing some fuck shit to her. So it's no surprise that this happened, that Diddy got exposed. That's fucked up. It took this long to expose Diddy. But I know, and I know why it took so long, but I'm gonna land the plane on why it took so long in a minute, because I gotta bring up another unpopular opinion about another sick individual that pretty much kind of did the same thing. And first time he got acquitted, second time now he's locked up, and this is none other than Robert Kelly, aka R. Kelly. And here, my unpopular opinion on this situation is this: R. Kelly don't deserve to be locked up by himself. Okay, this is what I'm saying. R. Kelly should not be the only one that is locked up in this situation. The people that worked for him, that knew about all the fucking activities he was doing, and did nothing, they should be charged with aiding and abetting. Furthermore, the parents of of these said children that R. Kelly had locked up in dungeons and was doing God knows what to, those parents should be charged with child endangerment. Why the fuck would you let your kids be alone with a grown ass man? I wouldn't give a fuck if this motherfucker was the president of the United States or the fucking Pope. You are not going to be alone with my fucking underage child. Like, the fuck, man? I'm sorry. Like, when I saw it was just him getting charged and not his team and the parents not getting held responsible for it, man, that shit pissed me the fuck off. It pissed me off. It angered me to my core. Because again, it's easy to hold one person responsible for something like that. But what about the other people? What about the other people that were involved? Mm-hmm. What about those individuals? Like, come on, man. Gotta make this shit make sense now. Come on. Gotta make it make sense. It's just fucked up. It's just all around fucked up. I said my piece. One thing that exposing a bunch of people in Hollywood. Now, I've heard rumors about the whole thing with certain comedians getting put on because, getting put on if they have to wear a dress and all this fuck shit. You know what I mean? And, Cat wasn't exposing anything new. Because here's fucking mind and all that shit, But, like I said, Cat rattled the cage, and now everybody is scrambling and running for cover. However, I'm going to give an unpopular opinion with the whole thing with the Cedric the Entertainer stealing one of his jokes. And this is probably one I'm going to get a lot of shit for. And I really don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I'm just gonna freaking say it. My popular opinion is that it is funny. It's funny how he's making a big deal about Cedric the Entertainer stealing one of his jokes. Yet he stole a joke from JB Smooth. Yet he stole an opener from JB Smooth. Now, which opener are we talking about? So there was an opener that JB Smooth did where he was playing music. He was talking about different ways you could react to the music, whether like you walking into like a bar or walking down the hallway, walking down the street, and then freaking Superman flying and basically saying, that's his shit. That's his shit. Cat Williams did pretty much the same fucking joke with Rick Ross's Hustling for an opener. Sure, he changed a few things around, but you know what? It was still the same joke. If we're going to use Cat Williams' definition. Because Cedric the Entertainer stole one joke that Cat Williams did where he was talking about riding around in a Cadillac and changed the spaceship. Cat Williams, per his definition, was saying that, he changed a few things around, but it was still my joke. Per your own definition and your logic, you did the same thing to JB Smooth. So cut it out. I still support Cat Williams. I'm still on his side. I 100% stand by him, but I have to call him out on that. That's about the only thing that was the only thing I took issue with. Other than that, man, Cat Williams, I support Cat Williams at the end of the day. When it comes to that whole situation, I support him because Hollywood did him dirty. Them comics did him fucking dirty. They freaking turn around and accuse this dude of being a drug addict and shit. What is my thing? If the motherfucker was really a drug addict, how come none of y'all motherfuckers reach out to him? If he was a said drug addict. Fuck out of here with that bullshit. Get the absolute fuck out of here. I'm sorry. Get the absolute fuck out of here with that bullshit. And then, what, Bob? Sorry, I got my freaking cat distracting me right now. I'm sitting up here trying to freaking have an opinion. What's up? Yeah, something you want to say? You got an unpopular opinion? No? You're gonna keep staring at me? Alright, cool. Anyway, so let me hop into my next unpopular opinion. This has to do with um Raji P. Henson talking about how she was underpaid in Hollywood. Let me say this. My unpopular opinion on that is this. You were not underpaid, you were paid what you were worth. And let me explain. Let me explain this one. You see, when you get offered a role, you have the opportunity to negotiate. You have the opportunity to negotiate, and you didn't. No one on your team thought to negotiate any of this shit. But at that point, you were just taking whatever you can get. And I, nothing wrong with that. There was absolutely nothing wrong with that. Because at the end of the day, you're passionate about doing it. You're passionate about what you're doing, and you're trying to collect. You're trying to get your money. Get your fucking money. Get your fucking money. I'm not gonna sit up here and knock you for that. However, this is why you're getting paid as much as you did, and you didn't get a raise ever since primary. Here's why. Because you didn't really branch out your element as an actress. Yeah, I'm not saying Taraji P. Henson is a horrible actress. I fucking love Taraji P. Henson. Are you fucking kidding me? I love a lot of her fucking movies. No cap. Me and my girl were watching, what was it, Acrimony? We were watching that movie because she had never seen it before. And even though we took a little issue with it, we can't change the fact that Taraji P. Henson was so good in that role. But this is the issue. It's like I said, she doesn't diversify her resume. Literally in every movie she plays the same character. So I mean, of course they're gonna pay you the same because you haven't really tried to branch out. And not only that, but you're not a box office draw. This is why you have actors. You have actors like Idris Elba, as an example, or Angela Bassett. Viola Davis is barely starting to branch out, and she's starting to get more roles. And here's an unpopular opinion with Viola Davis. I feel like her performance on How to Get Away with Murder, man, they should have paid her more for that role because she fucking killed it. She fucking killed it on that show. But anyway, back to the Taraji P. Henson situation. With the exception of a couple movies, you literally play the same character. So they're gonna so you pretty much got yourself typecasted. Now, of course, when you get typecasted, you're limited to what you can do. I'm snacking at the same time, so bear with me. Just bear with me right now. I haven't really eaten much today, so bear with me. But yeah, when you get typecasted, don't expect the big bucks to roll in unless you're that much of a box office draw where the studio's making money off it and they want to bring you back for a sequel. And usually a lot of times they bring you back with a sequel. Unless in your contract it says that you get a percentage of the earnings with the movie, you're just gonna get paid what the fuck you're gonna get paid. And I heard she fired her team as she should. But here's also another thing that's actually kind of funny. It's funny how she's complaining about how Oprah and Lee Daniels and Tyler Perry were underpaying her. Here's the thing. Monique was saying that shit years ago. Yeah. Monique was saying that shit about them three anyway. Years ago. Nobody believed her. And just kind of an unpopular opinion with that, I think there's a little bit of, oh my god, I can't believe I'm about to fucking say this shit. y'all can call me soy for saying what I'm about to say right now, because I deserve it. Y'all can call me soy for saying this. My unpopular opinion is I do think there's a little bit of privilege when it comes to speaking out in certain situations. When it comes to women speaking out in certain situations, I do think there's a little bit of free privilege. Because think about it. You have Monique. She's kind of a heavy-set woman. You know, throughout, the average dude doesn't really find her that attractive. But I mean, then again, who gives a fuck? She's already married. She's got her man. That's her agent. Which, by the way, in my opinion, he's a shitty agent. But anyway, so some people don't find her attractive. So if she turns around and speaks out on some shit, nobody's gonna fucking believe her. But let Taraji P. Henson speak out on it, and keep in mind, she is a gorgeous fucking woman. She is gorgeous for 50. And everybody was real quick to listen to what the fuck she had to say on that. So, yeah, my girl, even right now, just confirmed that shit. Even she agrees with me on that. And we butt heads on shit like this. This was one of them times even she agrees with me. Yeah, I do agree there's a little bit of free privilege when it comes to that situation. And I cannot believe I'm fucking saying that shit. Why the fuck am I even bitching about free privilege right now? What the fuck? Seriously, did it really just bring up fucking free privilege?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
The fuck, man? I can't believe I just fucking said that shit, man. What the fuck? Whatever. You know what? Fuck it.
Car right quick. What kind of shit is that?
Sensu bean!
Yeah. Definitely need a sensu for that. My bad for being in line. You know what? Even though I'm still in the middle of my fucking shit, I'm just gonna throw this in real quick before I jump into my next unpopular opinion. I'm gonna start doing this unpopular opinion stuff every other Friday. Every other Friday or every other Saturday, so just kind of keep a lookout for it, because I'm really just gonna kind of just shoot off the hip like I'm doing right now. I'm really just shooting off the hip today, because, a lot of these opinions are fresh in my head, and I just want to get at least some of them out. Okay? So, y'all bear with me, man. Because again, yeah, I'm gonna be very unapologetic about this. About all my opinions. I am not backing down. I'm gonna say what the fuck I'm gonna say. If you don't like it, it is what it is. Anyway. So, I think my next unpopular opinion, I had a very good one. Here's a pretty good unpopular opinion. This one I already know I'm gonna piss. That motherfuckers get so pressed about who sleeps with who. And what I mean by that, I'm talking about you have people that are within the LGBT. You have men that are attracted to men, women attracted to women, or someone's bisexual or trans, whatever. I just find it really weird that everybody's so fixated on that shit, always got something to say, got an opinion about those people, but they're not fucking bugging you. Now, granted, you do have some individuals in the LGBT that get on fucking TikTok and actually do the fucking most. Yes, I fucking said it, they do the fucking most. And a lot of times they do the fucking most for the simple fact that they were not getting enough attention in real life. What I mean by that, they weren't getting enough attention from their friends, from their family members, all that shit. So where they go? Social media. To act the fucking most, just to get some fucking attention. And then everybody makes this fucking assumption that everybody in that fucking community acts the same. Man, let me fucking tell y'all something real quick. I got fucking friends and family members that are in the fucking LGBT. Alright? I got friends that are trans. I got friends that are fucking gay. I got friends that are lesbians. I even got friends that are fucking bisexual. None of the motherfuckers act like any of those people on fucking TikTok. If anything, they just want to be left alone and live their fucking life like normal fucking people. They're not sitting up here trying to be in your face about that shit and trying to fucking gain your fucking acceptance. At the end of the day, they just want to live their fucking life. You know what? Let them live their fucking life. Stop Stop worrying about what's going on in other people's front yards and worry about what the fuck is going on in your own front yard. I get sick of everybody sitting up here trying to judge people for how the fuck they want to live life, judging people for who they want to love. Let me tell you something. Love is fucking love. And if you don't like it, fucking go cry about it. I fucking said it. You got an issue, cry about it. Because I said what the fuck I said. Everybody's too worried about who the hell wants to sleep with who. You know, all this dumb shit. Like, at some point, it's gotta stop. Now, as far as the people, and as far as like something, I have an unpopular opinion with the LGBT. I'm gonna say this, and this kind of goes to the trans community because again, you already know I love the trans community. Y'all gotta stop with calling freaking with this cis shit. Y'all gotta stop with that. I'm gonna tell you why. Because men and women have vocalized that they don't want to be called fucking cis. Alright? Chill out with that shit. Because at that point you're saying that, oh, that's because of what you are. But it gets to a point where y'all start using it as an insult, as a fucking slur. Nah. Fuck that shit. Don't start fucking calling me that. Because because if I'm telling you I don't want to be called cis and you call me cis, by that logic, I should be able to misgender you. And I will never fucking misgender anybody or nothing like that. But again, if we're gonna freaking apply that logic, then fucking let's do it. Because at the end of the day, it goes like this: you have to give respect to receive respect. All right, respect is a fucking two-way street. You can't sit up there and demand somebody respect you and you treat other people like shit. That's not how life works. All right, you need to freaking give respect in order to gain respect. And that's not just what's wrong with people that are LGBT. That's what's wrong with also Gen Z. All right? And this is an unpopular opinion. Gen Z, in my opinion, if they don't get their fucking shit together, they're going to freaking cause society to fucking collapse as a fucking whole. You know? Like, Gen Z is so fucking entitled. They freaking walk around like they have a chip on their fucking shoulder, like the whole world owes them shit. Let me fucking tell y'all something. The world don't owe you a goddamn thing, okay? Granted, you weren't asked to be born. Guess what? I wasn't asked to be fucking born either. But do you see me walking around here with a chip on my fucking shoulder? Do you see me walking around here acting like everybody in the fucking world owes me shit? Hell fucking no. Nobody owes me a goddamn thing, and nobody owes you a goddamn thing. Shut the fuck up and drink your apple juice from your fucking sippy cup. You fucking snowflake ass motherfuckers. Sorry, I had to get that out because I have to deal with Gen Zers at work and they just get on my fucking nerves. Like, it's bad enough I got one dude at my job. Let me just tell you, why I say Gen Zers are going to be the collapse of society. If you know the three branches of government, please type it in the chat. If you know the three branches of government, please type it in the fucking chat. If not, if you're catching on the replay, write the three branches of government in the comment section. Because apparently, this one Gen Z at work thinks the three branches of government are firefighters, the police, and ambulance. Firefighters, police, and the ambulance. Those were his words. Firefighters, police, and ambulance. This country's going to hell in a fucking handbasket. I fucking said it. We're going to hell in a fucking handbasket. Especially after I heard that shit. I lost all hope for humanity. I'm not even joking about that. I seriously lost all hope for humanity after he uttered those fucking words. I was just like, please kill me now. Like that's our future. That is the future of this fucking nation. Someone like that can be the president of the United States. Let that sink in. It is just fucking sad at this point. It is fucking sad at this point. And this is why, and this is just my unpopular opinion, I think every kid should join the fucking military. Now, before y'all start giving me shit about, why is your kids joining the military, let me explain something real quick. College is not fucking cheap, okay? College is expensive as fuck. And not just college, but if you want to go to a fucking trade school or something, it is not cheap. It is expensive as fuck. So you know what? This is why I suggest, younger children that you push your kids to join the military. The reason I say that is because, look, thank you, Matt K. Thank you. Thank you. And I'm going to show this to him at work. I'm going to show this to this fucking kid at work because it's sad. Anyway, that's what I was saying. So, like, when it comes to school, when it comes to the military, they pay for your fucking school once you've done a minimum of 1 year of military service. So, essentially, what that means, you do a minimum of 3 years in the military, and trust me when I say this, 3 years go by super fucking quick. And then from 9/11 bill, you get paid to go to school. They pay you to go to school. Like they're giving you a full ride to school, and they're paying the full ride to get your associates, and they're paying for your fucking school. I'm telling you, if you do not put your kids on to this shit, then I think they might be wanting to set your kids up for success. And having them to do a minimum of 3 years in the military is not going to hurt them. If anything, you're setting them up for success. Not to mention, you're setting them up for the real world. Because you see a lot of kids that run around, you see a lot of these youngsters, a lot of these young Gen Zers, they walk around and they think they have a sense of reality and what the real world is, when in all actuality, they don't know shit. They do not know what the hell they're getting into until life hits them. And trust me, when life hits them, it's going to be at the worst possible fucking time. It will be at the worst possible time. And then what? By the time they realize that life hit them, it's already too late. It's already too late. They're probably homeless, already burnt through all their checking in their savings account, don't have any money to eat, so they're having to turn around and beg people for money or worse. You know, set your kids up for success. You know, especially in the black community, we really need to be setting our kids up for success. Because at the end of the day, how many black kids, how many of our parents went to college? How many of our grandparents went to college? Not a lot of them. Not a lot of them went to college. We should really be pushing our kids to go to college because at the end of the day, these kids are supposed to be the future. And we are doing a shit job. We are doing a shit job trying to raise these kids to be freaking, I can't even think of the damn word right now. I'm having a freaking brain fart in the middle of my goddamn rant. That is so fucking embarrassing. Ugh, man. These kids are basically supposed to be the future. They're supposed to be the next wave. You know? We need to be setting them up. We need to be setting them up and getting them ready for the future so that way they can pay it forward and pass it on to their kids. But we are so against adapting. We are so against change. And I'm going to give you a prime example of this, and this is going to lead into another unpopular opinion right now, is that there was a story I just heard about where there was a black teacher, a black English teacher. She she basically had a set of rules for certain words, certain slang words you could not use in the classroom. You couldn't use, what up, just as you know, you couldn't use what up, that's a bet, no, that's cap, yo, what up, homie. You just couldn't use a lot of ebonics in the classroom. Because at the end of the day, she wants her to keep teaching the kids proper English. rather than the parents, rather than congratulating her and saying you're doing good work. Hey, this is the type of teacher you want. What happened? All the fucking black parents were up in arms, basically trying to say this teacher is anti-black and trying to say label her as saying she's anti-black. She's trying to change the black language and fucking one time we were studying, basically trying to control students' language as she should, because at the end of the day she's a fucking English teacher. She's basically and this is actually before I even get to what she's basically doing, this is the part where I got triggered. This is the part where I got triggered. Is the fact that we associate that shit with black language. That's how all black people talk. That's fucking embarrassing. That is fucking embarrassing. And I'm telling you right now, if you are a black person and you hear people saying associate that type of shit with you, that type of shit with your people, you should be fucking embarrassed. Because at the end of the day, that goes to show how society thinks about you. That you are the lowest of the fucking low. That you do not know how to fucking talk right. That you do not know how to conduct yourself in a fucking professional manner. That is fucking embarrassing. Like the fuck. Like, as black people, we should be holding a fucking L. A huge fucking L with that. Because and this is an unpopular opinion, there is no such thing as black talk, there is no such thing as white talk. Okay? Y'all motherfuckers need to fucking get y'all's mind right. There is nothing wrong with speaking proper fucking English. Why? Because I don't want to be looked as a fucking heathen, as a fucking thug. That's not what the fuck I am. Never had been that, and I'm not gonna fucking start now. And I'll be damned if some fucking stranger on the street fucking sees me as a fucking thug because the way I fucking talk or the way I'm supposed to fucking talk. Nah, fuck that. Because this is the thing. We get up in arms because we have other race of people label us as such. But here's my thing. When you start speaking in Ebonics and shit, you're not doing nothing to change that. You're not helping that situation. You're just reinforcing a fucking stereotype. Gotta stop that shit. We gotta stop that shit. Gotta do better. On some real shit, we gotta do better. I'm saying this shit with love too. I'm saying this shit because I care about black people. We always talk about black excellence. Well, let me tell you something. That teacher that was trying to correct these kids' language to make sure they're speaking proper English, that is the prime example of black excellence right there. That is black excellence in the fucking flesh. So before you really start getting up in arms about shit, really think about what the fuck you're being outraged about. Really think about what the fuck you're being outraged about. I know I thought I was gonna be doing this shit for about 45 minutes. Yeah, I already kind of hit my freaking time limit. But yeah, I was kind of cool doing a little bit of popular opinions. It was kind of fun. I'm definitely gonna do this again in another couple of weeks because I'm gonna have some more opinions. And this was me kind of going a little light. I can go a little bit deeper, but y'all not ready for that today. Yeah, y'all not ready for that. So, that being said, I'm gonna dip out and let me just close with this. If anybody's offended by anything that I fucking said, this is all I gotta say. This is gonna be my final response, and then I'm dipping out.
Everyone on the roster, I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
Exactly. I am unapologetic with anything that I said here. If you got offended, I don't give a fuck. I said what the fuck I said. With that being said, I'm out. This is your boy, the Dark Star Menace. Good night.